Hello everyone, for today's magic card trick tutorial, I thought it'd be neat to share with you a triumph effect that uses the simple reverse move. And the simple reverse move is one that I taught on this channel probably a couple years ago now, but I'll get more into that during the tutorial part of this video. So you have your regular deck of cards, well mixed, well shuffled. Have a spectator select any card that they like. It is a true and free selection, so let's just assume for demonstration purposes, they pick that card right there. They look at it, don't show you, you take their card and just lose it somewhere in the middle of the deck. Give the deck a few cuts, and even a nice shuffle, completely losing the location of their card. And I can even show you that their card is not on the bottom of the deck. It's not even second from the bottom. And their card shouldn't even be on the top of the deck. Let's see, the Jack of Hearts, was that your card? No? Okay, second from the top. The Two of Spades, was that your card? No. Okay, so your card's not on the top of the deck, not on the bottom of the deck, so it's gotta be somewhere in the middle of the deck. So we'll just cut those cards because we've seen them and make sure that those go back into the middle of the deck. Now, if I take about half of the deck, and it doesn't need to be half, but it could be, you know, 3/4 of the deck, a quarter of the deck. It doesn't really matter, but you want to take about half, shuffle them face up into face down cards, and you can just faro these in so it's just nice and fair that those face up cards go into the face down cards. So now you should have cards that are face down, face up, face down, a complete mess of cards, even more that are face up. But if you give the cards a magic tap, hopefully one card, hopefully the whole deck will restore itself into face up cards, except for one card will still be face down. And wouldn't it be amazing if that were your card, the Jack of Clubs? And that's simple reverse triumph. Now, before I show you how to do it, please, as always, like and subscribe to this channel and this video. I really appreciate it. I also like to give a shout out to all my channel members. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for being a channel member. And if you're looking to support this channel through the channel membership program, you can do that all in the links in YouTube given below. Also, visit thebestmagicshop.com for some awesome magic tricks and gimmicks. You can also sign up for a newsletter to be notified of new tricks, discounts, and more. All at thebestmagicshop.com. All right, simple reverse triumph. Now, it's just a regular deck of cards, well mixed, well shuffled. Have a spectator select any card that they want, and then you have to get their card to the top of the deck, or better yet, second from the top of the deck, because you're gonna have to do the simple reverse move. So let's just assume the spectator picked this card. What I did, I have a tutorial on 3 different ways on how to get a card to the top of the deck. You can use any of those ways, your favorite way, whatever method you prefer, but because this tutorial, I'll just show you what I did. You take their card, put it a little bit more than half down in the deck, push it in a little bit, leaving a little bit exposed, and then on the last push, push down with your thumb, push in and maintain, get a break at their card. So their card is on top. So if I have a break here with my pinky, it's a pinky break, I have their card on top of this bottom half of cards right here. Their selected card is right here. So once you push the card in, get that break, cut half of the top half of the cards, place them on the table, cut at the break, and then just take this pack and put them on top, and that gets their selected card to the top of the deck. You can shuffle as many times as you like, and you want to shuffle because that's the easiest way to get one card on top of their selected card. But if you shuffle, just make sure you maintain and shuffle their card last, which is right there, and that'll maintain that card on the top. Now, when you shuffle one time, you're gonna have to add one card, okay? So you shuffle, and then just when you get to one card on this side, finish shuffling these cards, the selected cards here, and just add one card to the top. That'll get one card on top of the selected card. Now you're gonna do the simple reverse move once you're in this position, which is you just show the bottom cards. You should, you know, your card shouldn't be on the bottom, and they'll say, no, that's not my card. And then you say your card's not on the top either. And then what you do is the simple reverse move is turn over the top card. You push over 2 cards. This is their selected card. Turn over the top card, say your card shouldn't be on the top. That's not your card. Square these 2 cards up as one, maintaining a break. Okay, because then you're gonna grab these top 2 cards as one card, say it's not second from the top, this is actually the third card. They'll say no, you square all 3 of these cards. This is a double, okay, that's their selected card. You square all 3 of these cards together and just flip them over all at the same time, and that'll get their card reversed second from the top of the deck. Now, you can do a double undercut, But before you do that, you're gonna have to get a break underneath the top 2 cards. Now, because their selected card is face up, it's easy to feel there's a little kind of a gap in between the face up card and the face down card. Get a break underneath the top 2 cards, transfer it to a thumb break. Now do a double undercut, which is just taking half of the deck, placing it from the bottom on top, squaring them up. You still have a break. Their selected card is now face up on the bottom of this top half of cards, okay? And then the second time you cut on the double undercut, you just cut at the break, the remaining cards, and place them on top. And now you're in a position where their selected card is now reversed on the bottom of the deck, okay? So your deck just looks, it's just regular, but you just place that reverse card face up on the bottom of the deck. Don't do this. Now, once you're here, you do this move, which is what makes this a triumph effect, where you take about half of the cards, do a one-handed fan where you show them face up, and you're covering this other half of the cards. While you're doing this fan, what you want to do is turn this packet of cards over, so you now have face up cards below the spectator's face down card, okay? So you're cutting, you just have their card face up on the bottom, cut about half the cards, turn them over, and then just do a one-handed fan. Doesn't have to be perfect. And when you're doing that, you say, I'm gonna take these face up cards, you turn these cards over, this pack, and do it kind of in one motion and pull them out so you show that these are still face down. You're not hiding them too long. So under the fan, you're doing this, and make sure that they're square because you don't want to flash, and then pulling out to show that they're still face up. Take these face up cards and then you can riffle them on the table. You just have to be very careful not to show that these are all face up cards, or just the easiest way to do this is just to faro them in together, because you're just shuffling face up. The spectator thinks these are all face down cards, but they're actually all face up except for one card, their selected card. Okay, so you just faro these together, just push them through, and then just push from both sides all the cards through. It looks like you're shuffling face up cards into face down cards, but you're really not messing up the deck at all. You only have that one card face up. Now, get about half the cards, cut, maintain a break where you cut where that face down card is, because you're gonna say, I have face up cards. Maintain a break right where you cut. So you were here, cut, and this is just really easy to maintain a break. Square them up, maintain a break, that's their selected card right here, and then cut at that card again, so you have face up, face down, and then just cut anywhere in the deck you want, and say even more, face up cards. That gets their selected card now somewhere in the middle of the deck. Give the deck the magic tap. When you spread them out, you'll have what looks to be every card back in order except for one card, because they all are, and that'll be their selected card. Okay, so that's the simple reverse triumph. Pretty easy to do. It's just that one-handed fan underneath the cover, turning over the deck, which is, when you do it correctly, and be careful of your angles, no one notices that you really turn over the deck and then shuffle them in, so they think that all the cards are mixed up, but it's just an illusion of what you're doing. Okay, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I do answer questions, and make sure you like the video and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it, and until next time.